Look, life is not always going to be sunshine and rainbows, okay? Shit is going to happen. And that's just a fact, okay? There has to be good and bad in this world for you to appreciate the good. Okay, if there wasn't anything to contrast, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference, okay? A painting without contrast can't be a painting. It can't exist, okay? You can see things because there are differences, okay? You can see green because green isn't brown and red and the blue of the sky or the gray of the rocks. You can hear one specific sound because you know that sound is different from other sounds. Everything you experience because of duality. When you experience something, you experience everything that it is not, okay? The entire way that you can even make distinctions in the first place is because you have something to hold it up against, something to give you perspective, okay? There cannot be only good in this world, because then you wouldn't be able to know what good was, because you only know good in the contrast of bad. So, per definition, shitty things will happen. And no matter how good and comfortable your life gets, there will be things that are shitty. You will always have problems. Sometimes those problems will be bigger or smaller. I mean, some celebrities complain that they can't have sushi every day or shit like that. And many modern people are heartbroken when their car breaks down and they have to send it to the mechanic. And some people have bigger problems. Some people worry whether or not they will have food to eat today, you know? But no matter where you get in life, you will have problems, because that's how your brain works. That's how reality works. You wouldn't be able to have good without bad, okay? The solution to your problems isn't to try and fix all of them and imagine some future where there are no problems and where everything is perfect, because that will never, never, never happen. The solution to problems and to bad times is to realize that they are part of life and that they always have something to teach you, and that they will always make you grateful for the good times. And to be grateful for everything bad that happens to you, because even in all those bad things we have something to learn. And it's still an experience, it's still something you were given, right? Would you rather have a bad and troublesome life rather than not live at all? Clearly, even when we are given bad experiences, we are given something rather than nothing. And if you develop the mindset that everything bad that happens to you is merely a challenge that you can grow through, that you can learn from, then nothing bad can ever truly happen to you. If you can be grateful for hard times, then nothing bad can happen to you. I'm up here because I chose to have, well, I'm not sure I would call it a hard time in particular, because mostly I'm just chilling, but the way up here was pretty tough, and it does get pretty cold at night. It's certainly not as comfortable as I am at home, and that's the entire reason I'm here, is to make myself uncomfortable and to try something completely different. I went to we have a conscript program in Denmark that lasts just 4 months, so it's nothing crazy. But I did that shit as well, because I wanted to challenge myself. And I realized that choosing to go through hardship on your own terms, as a volunteer, you might say. If you can volunteer for bad times, if you can volunteer for challenges, and if you can develop that mindset that you appreciate hardship, that you appreciate struggle, then nothing bad can ever happen to you, because even the bad things you appreciate and see value in. And of course, sometimes life is gonna throw tough shit our way, okay? Sometimes we are gonna be traumatized. Sometimes we are gonna be completely broken. And I'm not gonna pretend that I have like a completely traumatic childhood, but I was, bullied and an outsider for literally my entire youth. And for a long time, I saw that as a punishment, as like a burden. I saw myself as a victim. But when I was about 18 years old, I realized that actually I could grow from this, that it had taught me how to be independent, that it had forced me to be at peace with myself, and it had forced me to learn to love myself because no one else would. When bad things do happen, sometimes, of course, we have to mourn and we have to grieve because pain is a reality. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't let yourself feel when you feel pain and when you feel sad, because obviously that's a way to process what happens. But many people today get stuck in their pain and their grief, and they become victims. And instead of letting it pass and letting it heal, they hold on to the mental idea that they are victims, and that because this bad thing happened to them, they should be sad forever. And in that case, you are just suffering your past. You are just suffering the fact that you have memory. In the present moment, nothing bad is happening to you. Everything bad that has happened to you has happened in the past, okay? In that case, you are suffering your memory. Your memories are causing you pain. That's not life causing you pain, that's yourself. That's the fact that you cannot handle your memories that causes you pain. That's self-harm. If you can't figure out how to deal with your past and move on. So I'm not saying to repress your emotions and not let yourself feel, but when we do let ourselves feel, then naturally we heal and we move on. And in that case, we heal from what has harmed us. People who are perpetually caught in the state of victimhood, that's a mental problem. That's not existential. That's not emotional. That's not truthful. It's a mental complication. And the way to heal is to let yourself feel and let yourself experience it again and go through it. To make the choice to heal instead of trying to run from it. And to realize that it is your responsibility to heal. No one is going to come save you, you know? There are so many people that are 40, 50 years old that still hold on to childhood grudges, okay? Even the people who might have bullied you or done this or that to you, they've probably forgotten. Chances are you are the only person still holding on to that memory. You are the only person who holds on to that pain. And no matter what happens to you, it's still your responsibility to heal. Because no one else is going to do it for you. And if no one else does it for you, and you refuse to heal because you want to be a victim, then the only person who's going to suffer is you. The only person who's going to have the rest of their life ruined because you cannot move on and because you cannot let go is you. So that's a tough truth, but hopefully it resonates. Shit happens. Heal. Then move on.